Hi guys, it's Tim from Launchpresso. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to add custom labels to your feed in the Google Merchant Center. Now, why would you want to add custom labels to your data feed? The main reason why is that you want to use these as a filter to either structure and arrange your Performance Max and shopping campaigns, ad groups, and product listings with ease. But also, if you have products that are seasonal, on clearance, or that you're putting on sale, you can easily label these in order to be able to separate these out into separate ad groups so they don't interrupt your evergreen campaigns. But not only that, they can be used for reporting and or your bidding as well. And before you take over my screen and show you a few quick, simple ways to be able to add those custom labels to your feed, if you're looking for help with your Google Ads campaigns in order to get them optimized, ready to scale, please reach out to me in the link in the description or in the first comment below. And with that said, let me take over my screen now. Okay, and here we are just at my screen now, and I've just pulled up the Google documentation on the custom labels and how they work. Essentially, they work from custom label 0 to 4, starting from 0, like so, and then go up to 4. And they need to be in separate columns, which I'll so stick around to the end to see how that works. As we scroll down, you can see again 0 to 4. So essentially, you've got 5 custom labels that you can add to any particular product for whatever reason. Again, not as only about structuring your campaigns through Performance Max and shopping campaigns. You can also use those custom labels to group your products for reporting and or bidding. I'll leave this link in the description below so you can take a look and read more about it yourself. For today's example, I'm going to show you how to do that using my example store, cheapcampinggear.net, and coming across to my Google Merchant Center account that is associated with that test store. If you come across to products on the left, you'll see all your products listed below like so. Now, if you don't see the column for custom labels, come to this icon here on the right where it says columns, select that and click modify columns, and then click labels, and then click apply. Then if you like, you can save that under a name. I'll call it TS for my name, and then apply. And then as we scroll across again to the right, we can say we have labels. And in previous examples that I've used tents in the past. So I'll go product title to filter and write in tents and click enter if you like, or you can actually see if there's a specific product, it'll come up as a filter like so. I want to filter all products that contain the word tent or tents. And so you can see them here. And if you come across to the right, looks like I've already added a label in the past. Now you can click edit here. You can see under custom label 0, we have tents, but also state this particular product may be a bad seller or not selling. So you could just give it any name you want. You can write exclude, or you could write poor sales or poor conversions. We'll call it poor conversions for this example, and we'll click apply. And we can see here we have now the 2 labels set up like so. However, if you're wanting to do this in bulk, this is definitely not the best practice. And if you've got thousands of SKUs, this is going to take a truckload of time to go through this individually in the store to label these. So there is a quicker solution. You can either use an app to do this at bulk, which I'll show you in a future video, or you can create a supplemental feed, which I created a video for previously. You can watch it up here. Then if you come across here in your feed, you can then at the very end, take those label attributes and make sure you get them correct. So you want to copy without the square brackets from here. And we can paste it Shift Control V. So we're just pasting the raw values there. And if you want to go ahead and add more columns, you can always add more to the right. You can just paste that in and you can change it to custom label 1 with all the underscores in there. If we want to find the tents, again, we can do Command Find and write tent. We can see there's a car trunk shade tent, but that's not exactly the one we're looking for. We'll go this 2-person ultralight one. I'll just highlight that complete row so I don't miss anything. What I will do first is I will just freeze that row so I can see the attribute names as I scroll down. So we'll go view, freeze, row 1. I'll command find again, tent, and then I'll scroll down onto the right here to make sure that we can see the 2-person ultralight. Again, I'll highlight the row, scroll across, but unfortunately you can't read that in the moment. So I'll just click inside that cell because I know that is custom label 0, and then write tent or tents and hit enter. And as we see, it's here at the moment. And on custom label 1 here, we can always add poor conversions, for example, and hit enter. And then if you're filtering a bunch of tents inside this sheet, then you can simply just hover over the bottom right corner, and then you can label in bulk everything to do with tents, for example. But not everything in this feed is to do with tents. That was just for demonstration purposes. So how does this look like in the real world in relation to an actual ads campaign, how you can make the most of it in your ads, in your Performance Max or shopping campaign setup? So I'll take you across to one of my client accounts, how we set it up for them in their Performance Max campaign in one of the asset groups and listing groups. You can see if you do click inside an asset group, you come to listing group tabs. As you can see previously, the way we structured this account was all different types of buckets for the different pricing points. They have products from anywhere from $100 anywhere up to $10,000. So it doesn't make sense to add them all into one catch-all listings group because we wanted to set them up. We had different target ROAS for what we wanted to be able to achieve for each individual pricing bucket. So how we structured it for our client is that we placed anything that was $2,000 or more in with a particular custom label that was $2,000 plus or 2,000 plus, as you can see here. And if we click the down toggle like so, you can see that everything else with this 2,000 plus label was added, but we also had a separate label for any products that had 100 plus clicks and a low ROAS. We wanted to exclude it. And you can simply add and exclude particular buckets with your custom label that you've put together, like so. Anything with a green icon like so has been included, and anything with a gray stripe through has been excluded. And that's pretty much it today on how to add custom labels to your products in the Google Merchant Center and your supplemental feed. And if you found value in this video, please hit like and subscribe below to stay up to date with the latest videos. And again, if you're looking for help with your Google ads and how you can improve and scale them for max profitability, please reach out in the link in the description or in the first comment below, fill out the contact form, and I'll be in touch. And with that said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.